Welcome to Mysteries of Haitian Voodoo. I am Papa Mystique.
And I'm Natara Rose.
And this week, we will be continuing our very special interview with Houngan Samba'L from Lac Cecile. Last week, we started the conversation talking about the Loa and what we in the United States call possession. And he described to us what that experience is like when a law mounts a person. So we'll be going deeper into this conversation about the law this week, and we'll be talking about the role of the law, the objective, as well as when the law come to people in dreams. So we'll be getting very deep insight from Houngan Samba'L, and I'm really looking forward to today's episode.
So am I. We learn so much about Haitian voodoo every time he's on our show.
I really love these interviews that we do with Houngan Samba'L because he really takes the time to explain in detail the things that we really want to know. And with his many, many decades of experience, he gives us the insight that we normally wouldn't get from just reading a book or watching a video. So it's always great when he comes to share his knowledge and his wisdom and his experience on the platform and expose people to that knowledge and wisdom. And the reason why I do the translations after instead of just speaking over him is because I really want people to grasp not just the words that he's saying in Creole, but also the passion with which he speaks. I need them to be able to understand that language. So while some people may not understand Creole, they can understand the language of emotion, the language of passion, the language of belief, the language of love. And he speaks with a lot of love when he's speaking with us because he not only, loves what he loves the people. He loves helping people. And he's probably one of the best examples of a Hongun that I know. I'm so happy that he has returned this season to share with us his knowledge and wisdom. And I'm just going to let him just flow. We'll listen to an excerpt from our interview and I'll translate and then we'll get into it.
Aibobo, non pas c'est Houngan Samba'L, Houngan Assouré, Houngan Empéré Champrel Bizango Makanda, expérience 44 ans dans Vodo, papam te Houngan, grand-papam te Houngan, grand-grand-papam te Houngan. Moi viens quatrième génération Houngan en Haïti. Moi fait l'école Vodo pour montrer mon apprendre contre Vodo. Moi fait cours folklore, cours tambour et apprendre enseigner mon vaudou en ligne et enseigner mon vaudou dans péristyle là. Moi travaille en dans radio actuellement là, moi dans radio Méga 103.7. Émission n'a passé chaque samedi 5h à 7h du soir. C'est émission passation. Les gens fait dans un pays étranger ou bien un monde à un pays étranger, ça va veut dire déconnecter avec ça l'esprit ancestral ou bien entité bon maman, entité bon papa. Mais s'il va ouais présence entité ça et bien même si il va ouais présence mais il toujours bon côté. Parce que leur parler de loi, c'est côtoyer à loi. Si on en Asie, loi en Asie. Ou en Europe, loi en Europe. Même si loi là, c'est Haïti le sorti. Loi Haïti, loi Haïti. Parce que loi, c'est ça nous relève. Vos droits, c'est introspection dans l'inconnu. Quel qu'on soit côtoyer, introspection capable de faire. Tout côté gain la ligne, loi là. Côté gen soleil, loi là. Côté gen de l'eau, loi là. Côté gen terre, loi là. Loi, c'est 4 éléments. C'est terre, l'eau, l'air, vent, du feu. Tout côté, loi ça là. Quel que ce soit couleur, appartenance politique à religion, et pourquoi dans loi yo là. Parce qu'on prend l'évangile là, mais loi est toujours là. Ou catholique, loi est toujours bon côté. Ou musulman, loi est bon côté. Ou bouddhiste, loi est bon côté. Mais si vous voulez gagner une présence loi ou en contact avec le bon côté, ou faire ça, l'élimination. Ou acheter cette orange ici, ou couper, ou tête orange ici, ou retirer en dedans, et vous mettez l'huile d'olive avec coton, fait mèche. Vous mettez l'huile guérissée là-dedans, ou bien l'huile tranquille, ou bien vous mettez l'huile de rose, l'huile verveine, l'huile acacia, l'huile géranium là-dedans, et vous les mettez. Vous lancez 4 façades dans chaque élément. 4 façades fait nord, sud, l'est, l'ouest. Vous faites demande sur l'habitation bon maman, bon papa, vous demandez, royaume pour venir assister. Et puis vous prenez un verre, vous plein verre de l'eau, vous mettez un qui est sucre là-dedans, et vous mettez un siège dans le verre, à les mains, pour jusqu'à ce qu'elle termine. Dès qu'après 7 jours, 3 jours, on baleine qui n'avait les sièges. Ok? Ou capable couleur rouge, couleur blanc, couleur noir, couleur mauve. Ou si c'est sous loi, Freda va adresser ou mettez couleur rose. Si c'est pour Dantor, ou mettez blé. Si c'est pour Ogo, ou mettez rouge. Si c'est pour Dambala, ou mettez blanc. Ou bien vert. Et la trier. Et le royaume, ou toujours adressé avec eux, ou prend 2 jours et spécialement ou adressé au royaume. Ou ka adressé au royaume mardi. Ça, c'est planète sacrée, les Mars. Dans la planète Mars, là, nous jouons Dantor, la donne. Et dans la planète Mars, là, nous jouons les planètes qui sont le soleil, là. Et dans la planète, notre prochaine planète, là, c'est Mercure. C'est la planète qui est le soleil, là, même, planète chaud. Mercure, c'est là, nous jouons mercredi, c'est là, nous jouons Papa Ogo. Et ensemble de toutes les escortes Nigeria, Ogo Fe, Ogo Shango, Ogo Balizaï, Ogo Jamsan, Ogo Balenjo, Ogo Batala, Osan Gegimalo, Saint-Jacques-le-Majeur et la Trier. Même Jean le m'a dit alors pour Dantor, vous venez les îles Dantor, les îles Mapiang, les îles Quénois, les îles Poulpoul, les îles Flambeau, les îles Gé Rouge et la Trier. Ensemble de tout ça, on doit adresser à la loi. Si ça date, on va adresser ou on va aller le blé, on siège blé, on fait cette mèche-là. Et puis, quand on est là, on va bien une bouteille de vin et puis on va acheter une épée, mettez bon côté. Et on va sentir présence esprit dans le cas là, soit sans parfum, soit on prend odeur, soit on voit qu'on parle avant. Et puis, pour nous finir, si côté mon hier, on a un pays, on va pas venir en Haïti. Ou pas besoin d'invitation pour faire une magie. Ou carré de n'importe Houngan ou bien n'importe Mambo. Et puis, vous dites, vous voyez une photo de Houngan, vous voyez une habitation que vous doit vivre là. Et c'est États-Unis où vivre. Vous voyez l'adresse de Houngan, vous voyez la date de naissance, vous voyez nom petit tout, nom mari, métier. Et puis, vous êtes là. Et puis, vous dites, Houngan fait tel bagage pour la Kaili, sur une habitation. Ou pas besoin d'invitation pour tout le retour. N'importe où on a fait travail là pour connexion a fait là ça ou a on a call bien que on a vu vidéo à bas ou a participé dans la vidéo et puis on a fait des manos sous sec de fait pour après la voir photo bas.
Aye Bobo, my name is Houngan Samba'L. Houngan Asogoy, Houngan Emperor Shampoal Bizango Makandal. 44 years of experience in voodoo. My father was a Houngan, my grandfather was a Houngan, and my great-grandfather. I'm a 4th generation Houngan in Haiti. I founded a school for people to come learn voodoo. I made folklore courses, drumming courses. I teach people online and I teach people in the pedestal. I'm currently working in the radio station Megas 103.7. The show is broadcasted every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. When someone is born in a foreign country, or when they go to a foreign country, that doesn't mean that they are disconnected with what they call the ancestral spirits or their entity. The entities on their mother's side, the entities on their father's side. But if they don't see the presence of these entities, even if they don't see their presence, they are still beside them. When they speak of the law, it's where you are at, the law are at. If you're in Asia, the law are in Asia. If you're in Europe, the law are in Europe. Even if it's your law, it's Haiti it came from. When you're in Haiti, the law are in Haiti. Because the law is what we call voodoo, which is an introspection. No matter where you are at, the introspection can be done. Everywhere that has the moon, the law are there. Where there's the sun, the law are there. Where there's water, the law are there. Where there's land, the law are there. The law are the four elements: land, water, wind, fire. Everywhere they are, the law are there. Regardless of your color, politics, or religion, as long as you believe in the law, they will be there. Because if you're an evangelist, the law is still there. You're a Catholic, the law are still by your side. You're a Muslim, the law are by your side. You're a Buddhist, the law are by your side. But if you want to have the laws present so that you are in contact with them when they are beside you, you will do what they call an illumination. You buy 7 sour oranges. You cut them in half and take the butt of the oranges and remove everything inside of them. You fill them with olive oil and a cotton mesh. You put rose oil, acacia oil, geranium oil, and you light them. You put them in the 4 facades of each element. The 4 facades are north, south, east, west. You make demands on the habitation on your mother's side and your father's side to ask the law to come and help you. You take a glass and you fill it up with water and you put a spoon of sugar in it. And then you take a candle that's in a glass and you light it until it finishes. It could take 7 days or 3 days. A candle in a glass is called a sage. It could be pink, white, black, or purple. If it's La Freda, you put pink. If it's for Dantor, you put blue. If it's for Ogu, you put red. If it's for Danbala, you put white or green. And the law, when you want to address them, there are 2 days especially you choose. You can address them on Tuesday. At this time, it's the planet Mars. In planet Mars, you can find Dantor. And on Mercury, which is Wednesday, you can find Papa Ogu, along with all his escorts. Ogu Faye, Ogu Chango, Ogu Balaze, Ogu Jesan, Ogu Balenjo, Ogu Batala, Osain, Egamil, Saint Jacques, etc. The same way on Tuesday when you find Dantor, you find Ezili Dantor, Ezili Mapion, Ezili Quenoa, Ezili Poudpoud, Ezili La Flambeau, Ezili Jérouz, etc. Along with all this, you have a blue candle and you buy a bottle of wine and you put it by your side. And you will feel the presence of the spirits in your house, the smell of perfume, and you will hear a voice speaking with you. And when they're finished, if where they're at, if you're in the country, they can't come to Haiti, they don't have to go to a habitation where they're at to do magic. They can call any Houngan or Mambo and you tell them. You send them the name of the habitation where you are living. If you are in the United States, you send them your address, your date of birth, the name of your children and your husband, and you tell the Houngan to do something for you at your house on the name of your habitation. You don't have to go to the habitation where you live. Any Houngan can do the work for you. The connection will be made at this time. You call the Houngan, He will send you a video, and the Houngan will do the demands for you and then send you a photo.
That was amazing. It sounds like anyone can contact the Loa as long as they believe in them.
That's right. Because we get a lot of questions of people asking, what can I do if I want to learn how to practice voodoo, but nobody around me knows how to do voodoo? And he just explained that it's very simple. You can do an illumination, and you also don't have to be around a voodoo temple. You don't have to have a Houngan that's around you. You can call someone and explain to them your situation, where you're at, who you are, and the Houngan or Mambo can help you. I felt like that was a very practical way for someone to practice voodoo. And so I asked Samba'L, what is the objective of the law when the law comes to somebody? When someone does an illumination to contact the law, what is the law's objective when they come? What are they there to do?
Objectif loyaux, c'est vin améliorer problème qu'a traversé dans la communauté à leur vini. Porter une solution durable, ou bien une solution à moyen terme, ou bien une solution à court terme, ou bien une solution à long terme. Yo kon vini tout, c'est pour montrer moun nou yo gon responsabilité pour yo initier, yo gon responsabilité pour yo marier, yo gon responsabilité pour yo ba yo manger. Yo gon responsabilité pour aller dans l'habitation yo, yo gon responsabilité pour yo faire une action de grâce, ou bien yo gon responsabilité pour yo faire une action de grâce maigre, ou bien gras, ou bien une action de grâce tout court. Yo une responsabilité pour acheter objets sacrés yo, mouchoir, boisson, épée, manchette, élatrier pour capable monter une boîte au gâteau.
The objective of the law is to improve the problems that is going through the community when they come. Bringing a durable solution for the meantime, or a short-term solution, or a long-term solution. They also come to show people that they have a responsibility to initiate, they have a responsibility to marry, they have a responsibility to give them food. They have a responsibility to go to the habitation. They have a responsibility to do an action of grace, or they have a responsibility to do an action of little grace, or they have a responsibility to do an action of big grace, or an action of short grace. They have a responsibility to buy sacred objects, head wraps, drinks, swords, etc., so that they can mount.
It sounds like the Loa is here to assist, but it is also an equal exchange.
Yeah, it's sort of transactional. Unlike other religions where all it takes is faith, the law actually wants something. They're going to help you, but they want food or they want objects of veneration in exchange for assisting you. So they want offerings. That's what the offerings are about. The offerings to them is a way of venerating them, which led me to ask Houngan Samba'L about some of the other ways that the law showed up. So one of the ways that I know is dreams. So I asked him about dreams. What are the law showing the people?
Rêve là, c'est les lois viennent par l'avant pour le dire qui ça pour faire. Dans le présent, ça pour faire dans le passé, ça pour te faire dans le futur ou pas te faire. Il vient demander pour faire parce que ça il vient en rêve. Exemple, loi capable montrer au New York pendant qu'on fait rêve là et puis qu'on y a quelqu'un mois plus tard, il va au visa à New York. Et l'arrivée à New York, quand tu es dans rêve là, ou tu es dans Manhattan, et bien l'arrivée New York pour Manhattan parce que tu es déjà arrivé à Manhattan. Ou tu es c'est Connecticut pour te et l'arrivée pour Connecticut. Ou tu es c'est New Jersey pour te l'arrivée pour New Jersey. Ou tu es c'est Hollywood et bien dans rêve là, l'arrivée aux États-Unis ou va au Hollywood et va pour te même côté tu es dans rêve là. It's a dream. Loi égale ancêtres, loi égale moun qui mouri, maintenant mieux servi tourner loi. Loi c'est l'âme. L apostrophe accent circonflexe ME. C'est l'âme ça relè petit bon ange ou bien relè le gros bon ange. Et c'est l'âme ça qui relè loi, l'homme mouri qu'on arrêté à terre Depo yo wa, kadavre wa, men loi kampe sou kote, ou bien nam nan, ou bien ti bon anjan kampe sou kote, la gade ou. Loi immortel. Et là où mourir, loi paraît avant, li aller, mon même corps pa ou, nam pa ou, pa le tourner loi, et pa l'entrer dans sa relé, non escorte, par exemple, escorte Rada, Petro, Congo, Nago, Ibo, Kablaou, Moudon, Tibitiche, Sénégal, Amine et la trier. Loi, c'est la vie. Loi, c'est l'amour. Loi, c'est remet. Loi, c'est partage. Loi, c'est tolérance. Loi, c'est nous-mêmes. Loi, c'est grands-parents nous. Il faut nous respecter loi parce que loi est plus grand passé nous et loi est toujours là et nous ne sommes jamais là. Nous pourrons aller, mais loi est toujours là. Non, pas M. Houngan Samba'L, téléphone moi c'est 37 34 92 04 509 37 34 92 04 ou me avez contacter nous si vous besoin de plus d'informations. Aïe beaucoup.
The dream is when the Loa comes to talk to you to tell you what you need to do in your present, what you needed to do in your past, what you need to do for your future that you weren't doing. And they came to ask you to do it. It's at this time they come into dreams. An example is the Loa can show you you're in New York when you're dreaming. And later they give you a vision to go to New York. And then when you arrive to New York, you see where you were in the dream. You saw you were in Manhattan. When you arrive, you'll see that you're in Manhattan because you dreamed that you were in Manhattan. You could have seen that you were in Connecticut. When you arrive, you'll be in Connecticut. Or New Jersey. When you arrive, you'll be in New Jersey. Or Hollywood. And you'll see that you were in the same place in Hollywood. The Loa equals ancestors. The Loa equals people who died, but their nam, their soul, turns into a Loa. Loa is the soul. They call this Dibonange or Guobonange. The soul is what becomes the Loa. When you die, the body stays on the floor. The Nam or Tibonange stands on the side watching you. The Loa is immortal. And when you die, the Loa doesn't stay with the body. Your soul will turn into a Loa and will enter into an Escot. For example, Escot Rada, Petro, Congo, Nago, Ibo, Kavlaou, Moudon, Tibet, Senegal, Amin, etc. Loa is life. Loa is love. Loa is liking. Loa is sharing. Loa is tolerance. Loa is ourselves. Loa is our grandparents. We must respect the Loa because the Loa is bigger than us and they will always be there and we will never be there. We go, but the Loa is always here. My name is Samba'L. My phone number is 37 34 8204. That's area code 509 37 34 8204. If you want to contact us or if you want more information, aye bobo.
I remember reading in your book that after we transition and pass, that we can become a Lua, but it's going to be after a year and a day. Can you relate that to what he just said?
Yes, absolutely. So, yes, in Haitian voodoo, when we transition, when we return to the essence, essentially our body, the physical body does stay here, but as he mentioned, our nam, our bonange, we have a guobonange and a tibonange. These are two different aspects of your soul. They go on to become a part of the spiritual world. Go on to become a law, as he stated. Now, Bohun is the funeral rite in Haitian voodoo. So Bahun is the funeral rite. And after a year and a day, you can become a Loa. This is one of the main rituals in Haitian voodoo. So for all of us, when this physical body ceases to exist, our spirit does continue into the spiritual world. I really appreciate Houngan Samba'L going into the whole dream aspect. He let us know that dreams, he let us know that we can get messages from the spirits. The spirits will give us visions. they'll let us know. They'll give us an indication of what we're supposed to do, where we're supposed to be at. And if we take heed to that and we follow through on those things, then we'll realize that we are exactly where we envision. We are exactly where we dreamed that we would be. And so we should follow through anytime that we get messages from the Loa. And the most significant part about what he said, of course, is the fact that we do go on to be a part of the spiritual world in voodoo. Our death is never in vain, which is why in the book, when I write about the Haitian Revolution, or more in particular, Bois Caiman, that's why many of those people who fought for their freedom did not mind dying, because they knew that they would go and continue on in the spiritual world. And so it's the same thing for us now. We should not look at death the way that most of us do today. Death just allows us to continue to live, except we'll be living in the spiritual world. Well, that's it for today's episode. We got so much insight about the spiritual world, about the law. I really enjoyed today's show. How about you?
Oh, yeah, I can't wait for next week. And don't forget, you can purchase Mysteries of Haitian Voodoo on Amazon today. And don't forget to subscribe and follow us on all the social media platforms.
Yes, and that is the big surprise for this week. The book, Mysteries of Haitian Voodoo, is finally released. You can get it on Amazon. Just look up Mysteries of Haitian Voodoo by Papa Mystique, and the book will show up. It's available ebook, it's available in paperback, it's available in hardcover. If you want to learn about voodoo, if you want to learn about the rituals, if you want to learn what you can do if you don't know anyone who practices voodoo, this book is for you. Grab the book. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Papa Mystique. Follow us on TikTok, Papa Mystique. Until next week, Ayi Bobo.